Here. So today let's talk about our relationship with our bodies. And what I've been noticing in my process and in my years of life here has been that the relationship with my body, whatever thoughts I have towards my body, towards my weight, towards my body shape, towards my image, is a reflection of the relationship I have with my own self. So the judgments that I go into, the thoughts that I have, the patterns in my mind, and they simply get projected into my body. So when we're looking at helping us with our bodies, wherever it's happening, either pain or situations in our body, we really need to work with ourselves, with the emotions and the thoughts that are behind that. And that's why this is a one and equal relationship, because whatever happens inside, it manifests outside like a mirror. So the body is a great tool to get to know ourselves, to get to know our minds, and help us to change those patterns, to correct ourselves, to improve our lives and our relationship with ourselves. So in this kind of mirror relationship that we have with our bodies, here today I want to talk about three key points. One of them is the relationship with pain. The other one is the relationship with the weight, the body weight, and with the body shape. So first, when it comes to pain, and this was something that I've been facing in the past week, is how we tend to react to pain. We feel separate from pain, as if the body is against us, as opposed to seeing, okay, what is this pain showing me about me? What do I need to learn about myself that the pain is manifesting? What patterns have I been participating in that have been abusive towards my body, for example, or simply things that I've been accumulating, and it's now time to look into those. And instead of seeing it as a process against ourselves, is actually the opposite, is embracing, is if it needs to be seen by a doctor, fine, but also do that from your own willingness to help yourself, as opposed to just wanting to forget about it. Then in that, so it's really about taking responsibility for whatever happens in your body, like your temple. It's yours, so it's yours to also deal with, and there's no one to blame, but there's lots of help around you that you can go for. When it comes to weight, and specifically overweight, so in my past, I went through a moment in my life where I put a lot of weight, and if I now look back, I can see that there were lots of emotions actually underneath that. The comfort that I was looking in to get in through food, or the fears that are also manifested and were being projected towards that relationship. So instead of blaming foods or blaming my body, it's about me taking responsibility and to understand, to really be gentle in that process, to understand how my body is just being a mirror of that relationship that I have developed towards the food, and consequently with my own self. And it's amazing. It's just an amazing process to really understand how it works and how your body helps you to develop that awareness about you, your whole life. There is also, in my past, was the relationship with money, the survival that was then also being projected into my body and the foods that I was eating, and my lifestyle. All of that was like a combination of things that I was participating in that I am responsible for changing. And seeing the consequences is a good start. Instead of trying to ignore it or to hide from myself. When it comes to image, so this is a kind of a big point, especially for women, how we tend to desire a certain image of perfection that we have seen, and we're just suddenly kind of wanting to imprint that in our bodies, in our behaviors. And that has to do a lot with comparisons, but it's the fact that we allow ourselves to go into self-judgments of judging us and feeling almost as excluded for not being that image of perfection. But there are some questions that we need to ask ourselves, which are, why do I want to be that image? is that image even real? Is that even possible? Does my body sustain that kind of image? And who do I want to be perfect for? It's like there's lots of things that in the end of the day will kind of preoccupy our minds unnecessarily, and we keep feeding this fight with our bodies as opposed to supporting us and to see our bodies as this as us and as a part of our expression, and it actually helps us to express, and without our bodies we can't live. So this is really important that we kind of be honest with ourselves and do not feed those desires for perfection that is completely surreal and outside of ourselves, and to embrace what we have here, who we are, and the bodies we have. And once we change this relationship, a lot of things will change in our lives, because then we're starting embracing us, embracing our decisions, be willing to change if we see it's needed. So all of that comes from us and our bodies and in our behaviors. So that's like we're one and equal, and that is so, so important. And once you start working with yourself in terms of understanding your body and your own mind, then there's lots of support around you. Like I've been walking my process with Destiny, my process of writing, of investigating myself, of applying self-forgiveness, but all of that is also complementary to other therapies that I'm going through, such as homeopathy, osteopathy, nutrition, even massage, like helping my body with certain in certain areas that do need the help of a practitioner to kind of assist me and things that I'm not an expert in. And the other things is physical activity. For me, yoga works for my body, so it has also been a really great support to have that physical activity in my life. So see for yourself how you can change the relationship with yourself through your relationship with your body, and the other way around. So embrace yourself, embrace the manifestations that you see happening in your body, and see the help that exists around you. Do your own research and see what works for you. All right, that's all for today. If you have questions, let me know, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much.